2 days ago, Canada winning the Four Nations Cup. So we decided to do a franchise with only selecting Canadian players. Season 1 made the playoffs, lost in 7. Season 2 starts off with Brad Marchand, Connor Bedard, Jonathan Marchand is our top line. Adam Henrique, Logan Stankoven, Mason Marchment, second line. Third line is Mangiapane, Caden Lindstrom, Tom Wilson, Robbie Fabry, Xavier Bourgault, and Anthony Mantha would be your fourth line. We do have Scott Lawton available. Probably going to trade him. Devon Toews, Samuel Girard, Brandt Clarke, Chris Tanev, Robert Bortuzzo, and Jacob Bernard Docker. And our goalies, Marc-André Fleury, 40-year-old, and Jake Allen. That's the squad. Can't use Ville Husso. Canadian? Both of them? Possibly. Let's take a look. Let's turn off the game audio. That's a tough one. Oh yeah, we also have Parker Martone, born in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Just saying. I was kind of hoping that there was a deal for picks. That Dumba trade, though, we're going to do this deal, but I am going to send Tyson Barrie down as if I was the real Calgary Flames. See if Dumba fits a little bit better anywhere on the defensive side. I don't necessarily mind this. So Bortuzzo will move down as well. And we will start season number 2. Go to the trade deadline. Strong start, even though it's preseason. Nice back-to-back wins against the Oilers and the Golden Knights. But a 12-3-0 start. I can't complain with too much. This is going a lot better. A lot better than I thought it might after last night. Of course, I say it's going a lot better, and then we go on a losing streak. I'd like to keep this divisional lead, but this is an EA game. I'm going to take a look at the roster, see who's just not fitting. Team leading scorer from last season, Brad Marchand, 66 points in 51 games. Connor Bedard, 63 points. 54 for Marchand, 29 for Henrique, 34 for Stankoven, 25 for Mason Marchment, 29 for Mangiapane, 14 for Lidstrom, 13 for... I got a feeling that Mason Marchment is a problem. But if I do that, then I lose. Marchand does like that first line. Bedard works there. Marchand not as much. Adam Henrique, if he could play. Marchand and Bedard are true left and center. Marchand would work here, but Henrique doesn't. Yeah, I can't move Henrique up unless I was to move Brad Marchand down. What we would be looking for is a true right winger. On defense, Toews, 41 and 51. 39 for Girard. 24 for Brandt Clarke. Brandt Clarke has gone up to an 88 overall. Might do that for the time being. 17 for Matt Dumba. 8 and 13 for Tanev and Bernard Docker. We'll look at goaltending. I mean, Marc-André Fleury is just a national treasure. In 51 games, he's got 30 wins, a 905, 294. Jake Allen not quite pulling his weight, but not getting any games. He's only played in 2 games. I forgot to turn back. Goalie rotation. We gave Fleury the net ahead of Logan Thompson. Marc-André Fleury's been an absolute workhorse. We need a true right winger. Somebody who can play right wing, but on that first line as well. And Mason Marchment might be who we dangle. About a month away from the trade deadline as well, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Hopefully giving Marc-André Fleury the night off might help. We're tied with the Kraken for first in the division, but they've got the number 1 spot because of games in hand. Will we take it back? The goal now is not to screw this up. We're in season number 2. I'm going to be conservative buyer. We don't necessarily have to sell the farm here. Ottinger is American. Hamilton doesn't want to play for us. Demko is American. Martin Nietzsche's not interested. We need that first liner right winger though. Remember when we had Max Domi? What's Josh Doan at? He's at an 83. He would fit top 6 forward lines, and he is a top 6 forward. 37 points in 63 games. I don't know if that is where I want to go. We'll leave that in the back pocket. Dawson Mercer on the Blue Jackets. We got to remember. Is that a Michkov kid? Is he Canadian? There's worse moves we could make. Wouldn't cost too much. That would be an interesting move right now. I'm trying to remember if we're using Bolivier, but I think he's on the 4th line. Oh, he's on the Wranglers. Olivier and Nate Danielson are both on our AHL team. And Tom Wilson is playing on our 3rd line. I think we're going to go for this. Seth Jarvis. That is a little bit of overpayment, though. I'm going to try and hold back Danielson. Rejected. I'll give you Bolivier. Let's go. Seth Jarvis on the squad. So we have that top line center. I really don't want Evander Kane, and he doesn't want to come here anyways. Good. That price tag, though, that contract, I would trade Tyson Barrie in a heartbeat. He's on the AHL squad. Center, 28 points. Fits the top 6. Do I want a Sean Couturier? I kind of do, but he's like an 83 or an 84 overall, and he's making $7 million. That's a Logan Couture. He's an 84 overall. You guys can't see. Let me move this. That's a price tag, though, and we really don't need to make that move. The only other thing I can think of, and Marc-André Fleury has been an absolute stud for us, is moving like a Jake Allen for another goaltender. Devon Levi would be nice. Jordan Binnington doesn't want to come here. Wasn't Couturier? So we're basically going with like where they are in, like if it shows a Canadian flag, we take that. Except for we did take one player knowing that they were born in Calgary, like Joey Decord. He's got both nationalities, apparently, but he is in the game as US. Now, we did take a look last night. I think he was born in like New York or something like that. So I couldn't make that defense. Dual nationalities work, but we have to be able to prove it as well. Like, so again, like when you go in, Connor Hellebuyck is going to be American. If he had dual, then we go to like where he was born. But if it showed Connor Hellebuyck as Canadian, then we would grab him. I saw Jesper Wallstad and like was like, let's do it. Mackenzie Blackwood, I want to say is Canadian. That's the other thing too. Like I'm guessing for the most part. Do I want to go with Mackenzie Blackwood over? I think his stats are a little bit better than Jake Allen. We might actually bring in Gabriel Dagg next season. Do a nice little flip here. Jake Allen out, Mackenzie Blackwood in. That's the other thing too. Like, there are no elite Canadian goalies. I think I'm okay with who I have for goalies at this point. And deadlines right away. You know what? We'll call it there. We did make a flip at goaltender. David Savard, 79 overall, 35-year-old. He does fit all defensive pairings. I get he's old. Could this be a morale thing, though, and we get him at, like... So depth doesn't necessarily matter, because I did take off injuries. He's playing on the Hartford Wolfpack. We had him last season? I don't remember that. Bunk loves him. There you go, Bunk. So our line's heading into season number 2 playoffs. Ooh, that does not work. That didn't work as well as I thought it might. Because Marchand does not like that first line. He'd be better on the second line. But he is right wing, left wing. Seth Jarvis is straight up right wing. That could prove to be quite interesting. Adam Henrique would rather be on that first line, though. Marchand loves it there. Bedard is indifferent. No, he likes the first line as well. Stanky likes that second line, which means we've got Adam Henrique, who does not like to fit basically anywhere. Caden Lindstrom, I want to have up higher. I might leave that. Defense, only because it's a right-hand, left-hand shot situation. I'm going to have Devon Toews with Brandt Clarke. These guys are both right. And then goaltending, Fleury and Blackwood. And the only reason we made that move, just based on the stats, Mackenzie Blackwood was 910 and Jake Allen was struggling to stay over 900. So Fleury did need a day off. We've got a little bit of a better situation for him the rest of the way. This has been an amazing season so far. Let's see if we can finish it off nicely. Clinch that playoff spot and at least get out of the first round, which we couldn't do last night. After the trade deadline, we are sitting at 39, 40, 20, and 7. We got a 40-win season. We did clinch a playoff spot. Do we get the division, though? We're only at 99 points when the other division's at 100 and whatever. 106. Come on, give me the division. Yeah. 105. 50-win season for the boys. Beat the Kraken. Beat number 2. Nope. Overtime loss. Minnesota. 50-win season. Bang. 50, 24, and 8. Season number 2. Take a look at the stats heading into the playoffs. 115 for Brad Marchand. Last season, he had 74. 94. He increased 20 points. 21 points. 52 goals. 57 for Connor Bedard. 113. Marchand with 99, and then it dropped off to 62. That first line carried this team. Put them on their absolute backs. Good to see at least 40 points for the top 3 defensemen. Oh yeah, we had David Savard. We didn't send him down. I want to see what Mackenzie Blackwood did on this squad. Oh, I am amazing at this. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm pretty good at franchise. I'm a pretty good judge of character of computer-operated players. Not bad. I think we did pretty good here. 7-0-0 with a 934 191. I have to think that Marc-André Fleury has got a short leash this season. He was the one to come in last season because the leash was short for Logan Thompson. It is now a short leash for Moff. And we take on the Sharks in the first round. Let's run it. Let's sim the first two. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at the roster because it is a fantasy draft situation that we started with. We'll view lines. That first line is gross. That first line is disgusting. Farabee, Frederick, Konechny. I didn't know that Konechny was Canadian until the Four Nations. I think we have their bottom six taken care of, even though Coronado is American. Just looking at potential deals down the road. Defense, Burger Pionk. I think we have better defensemen. This is a redemption series for Logan Thompson. He wanted to go from $750,000 to like 5, and he just couldn't cut it in the playoffs. We let him go free agency. I am not excited about this. I am not excited about this series. We won the division. We win game 1. We lose game 2. If we lose 2 in a row, we do adjust our lines. 9-5. Game 2, we come back with a 5-3 win in game 3. Game 4, we are up 2-1. We have got a 3-1 lead on the San Jose Sharks. We are back in Calgary. We take a 2-0 lead in the first period. Seth Jarvis, we didn't actually check and see what his stats were after picking him up at the trade deadline, but it paid off so far. 3-1, Connor Bedard, power play goal. We hold on to this. We go to the second round. Cade in Lindstrom. Shorthanded goal. Makes it 4-0. Brad Marchand makes it 5-0. Anthony Mantha, 6-0. We close out the series with a shutout. Take a look at the 3 stars. It's got to be Marc-André Fleury, 28 saves. Brad Marchand with 2 goals. Connor Bedard with a goal and assist. And 1 hit. Chances are we will be taking on either Minnesota, Colorado, or Nashville? Or do we we have to go through the Kraken if they hold on and the Golden Knights win? Can the Golden Knights make it a game 7? They make a game 7. EA. Hopefully a minor change. I would like to be able to sim other teams' games. If there is no impact, I don't want to be able to change lines. I don't want to be able to change anything else. But in this scenario, we're looking to see who is going to be our opponent in the next round. I would like to sim that game just the way we simmed game number 5. Watch like period by period, or even go into those games. I think as a franchise creator would be a huge addition. Up there with how Ishel wants just to be able to watch from the crowd or the bench or whatever, true broadcast. I would love to have that option in this game. To be able to go in and sim other games would be amazing. Be huge. I would imagine that the game number 7, Seattle versus Vegas, is going to happen here. We will sim. The Golden Knights came back. Sim the first 2. Loss. Win. We don't need to change lines just yet. Take a 2-1 series lead. We have that 3-1 series lead yet again. Can we close it out in 5? Wranglers just got eliminated. They chased Marc-André Fleury in the first period. Mackenzie Blackwood letting in a goal. Fleury letting in 3. They had 16 shots in the first period. Makes it 6. Oh, God. Jakaikel's on the squad. That was not a good game. That was a terrible game. So in lieu of, you should lose morale because of your recent performance, Marc-André Fleury. It's a good thing we're not playing the Ducks. But we just got our butt handed to us by Sidney Crosby. Jakaikel and Crosby. Dylan Gunther's over there. Ricard Raquel. I think we have better defense. Skinner and Sogard. I'm going to quick sim game number 6. Because quick sim got us up 3-1. We head to the Western Conference Finals. I would also like to be able to see how the past game went. I thought there was a way to be able to do that. We get Minnesota. Soda. Skinner, Larkin, Rantanen, Milano, Frost, Peterka, Domi. Redemption series for Max Domi. Domi, Boone, Jenner, Chevrolet, Dadnoff, Cotter, Bluger, Lapierre, Morgan Riley, and Kurt Carlson, Siegenthaler, Marino, Dermot Bogosian. I feel like, again, we have better defense. Their top end is I think their top end's better than our top end. Their goaltending is way better than ours. Western Conference Final. We don't have home ice advantage. We are going to sim the first 2. We're up 2-0. We lose game number 3. Can we take a 3-1 lead? No. We lose 2 in a row. We're going to put the firepower back together. Marchand, Bedard, Marchand, Marchment, Stankoven. Jarvis, Henrique, Lidstrom, Mangiapane. Jarvis actually works really good on that line. He does like that first line, but then the chemistry disappears. We're going to bump Lindstrom down 5 points in 15 games. Actually, let's take a look at everybody scoring. Bedard's at a 97, 19 and 15, 18 and 15, 13, but he's been down on the second line. Marchman 11, 9, 10, 9. He's been fourth line, 7, 3. Yeah, Lidstrom, I don't mind that move. And then we move Marchman and Marchand. We trade those guys out. On defense, let's split those guys up. Those are both offensive. I actually don't like that, because I want a two-way and I want a offensive. No, you know what? We're going to make a change. So Brandt Clarke and Gerard, we on the top line. Devon Toews. It's all about offense. It's all about defense on that second line. And then we've got a two-way and defensive on the third line. The only other question would be 908-293. Yep, we're going Marc-André Fleury. Series is tied 2-2. Who gets that commanding lead? Siri. My God, that scared the crap out of me. Siri thought that I wanted a timer for 2 hours. Oh, here we go. It's going to be the Rangers or the Maple Leafs. Despite my better judgment, we're going to sim this game. 2-1, Skinner, Larkin for them, Marchand for us. Stanky, Jonathan Marchand. 3-2 heading into the third. Shots are pretty much even. Tie game, Randon, 5 to go. Power play, nothing. We'll watch the last minute and a half here. We get the next goal. We go to the Stanley Cup Finals. They get the next goal. They force a game 7. Well, they have the new Sportsnet scoreboard. That's actually impressive that they got that in there. Larkin to Skinner. Skinner shot. Kicked aside by Marc-André Fleury. 3 seconds left. Riley. It got tipped up. I thought I might have gotten the aid if that floated back. Marc-André Fleury turning the puck aside. Harvey the Hound liking what he's seeing there. We head to overtime. Gerard to Bedard. Bedard over the blue line. Gerard now, 4 seconds left. Gerard in. Tries to get it out front with the one-timer. And the first overtime period solves nada. Brandt Clarke. Forgot math on this hit, by the way. Connor Bedard. Shots are 47-34 for them. Time on attack is pretty even. They've won a few more face-offs. We're 2 for 5 on the power play. They're 1 for 6. Second overtime period. Bedard and Larkin. He is absolutely bothered. Here's Morgan Frost. Oh my God. This might have been in if it wasn't for the defenseman. Peterka picks it up. He's got Frost breaking to the net. Amazing pass. Morgan Frost pulls it short side. It's kicked by Fleury. Brandt Clarke, I don't think it was going in, but it was sitting doorstep. It was absolutely sitting doorstep right there. He actually even pushes it, I think. Jarvis dangles, shot, doesn't get all of it, and Bobrovsky able to pick it up. Stankoven over to Henrique. He misses the body check. Bobrovsky, big save there to maintain this series. He gets bumped again, and Toews picks it up, finds Mangiapane. Brings it up. Less than 3 minutes to go here in overtime number 2. Tries to put it in the slot. Doesn't happen. Mangiapane gets the puck back in the slot, looking like prime Connor McDavid in the Four Nations tournament. Absolutely left alone in the slot. And he buries it. And your Calgary Flames are your Western Conference champions, and we'll head to the Stanley Cup Finals in season number 2. He skates in with the puck. He's got 2 guys on him. He finds a perfect opportunity as he's about to get hit by Boone Jenner. Boone Jenner comes in for the hit, and Mangiapane threads this needle, I think, over to Fabry too. No, it gets through. It gets back to 3, who is Matt Dumba. He finds Fabry. Now let's go back to Mangiapane. Okay. So while that's all happening, he makes the pass, threads this needle. So now Boone Jenner's out of the play. 24 does not pick up Mangiapane. He is a wide donkey open, and he goes far side on it too. Who's 24? Zach Bogosian. Veteran Zach Bogosian. What? Look at Mangiapane like prime all-star Danny Heatley. Bogosian skates right past, doesn't even pick up Adam Henrique, and Mangiapane punches the ticket for the Calgary Flames to head to the Stanley Cup Finals for the 4th time in franchise history. Again, I'd like to point out it is 3-3 in the Eastern Conference Finals. I would like the ability to at least sim that game. My heart says Rangers. This could be a Doug Gilmour series, but for some reason my heart is saying it's going to be the New York Rangers. We're going to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Coach said we're taking them to the Stanley Cup Finals. We're here. Zach Hyman, Tage Thompson, Luke Evangelista. Okay. Lundell, Sharon Govich, Gustav Nyquist, Kates Holloway, Abbe Kubel, Harvey Pinard, Pominarev, Hudson Fashing is on the squad. Miro Heiskanen, Aaron Ekblad. Again, high side. I think they've got better high-end talent. Choketov, 9'10", 288. Grubauer has been pedestrian. We have to light up Kochetkov. I'm not going to make any changes to the lines, but I do want to see the scoring. Marchand's got 26 and 17. 24 for Bedard. 18 for Jonathan Marchand, who did spend some time on the second line. 12 for Mason Marchment. 11 for Logan Stanky. Seth Jarvis, 10 points. 10 for Henrique. 5 for Fabry. 8 for Mangiapane, including one of the most important goals in Calgary Flames history. 3 for Mantha. Caden Lindstrom. 5 for Borgo on defense. Brandt Clarke's got 9 and 17. 7 for Samuel Girard. 5 for Dumba. 9 for Toews. 2 for Bernard Docker. 1 for Christopher Tanev. 902-293. Hasn't been lights out, but has been steady. Had one terrible game. Was it this round? Had one terrible game, but I can remember. And Blackwood, we don't want to be in net at all. It is the Gilmour Cup, and we do have home ice advantage. We will sim the first 2. We split game 3. That's 2 losses. We'll flip these guys back. Maybe even give Seth Jarvis, although he likes that second line better. We'll leave him there. And then it was Toews and Girard. We'll put Brandt Clarke and Devon Toews together. Reunite them. Down 2-1. We need to tie the series up. Game 4. We're down 3-1. It's the first time we've really faced any adversity. This is where I feel like I start overthinking things. I just don't have that playmaker. Okay, offense. Borgo can't go there though, but he's a playmaker. I'm trying to go two-way playmaker sniper. I'm okay running that line. He does like that second line though. Who doesn't? So who can play left wing that would work on that second line better? Jonathan Marchand. Let's go. Power forward, sniper, two-way forward. That's what I'm going to run. It's a gamble, but we're down 3-1. We head back to Calgary. It's an elimination game. 3-1 Toronto. Nyquist, Lundell, Hyman. Jarvis for us. Shots are tied. 5-2. Lindstrom for us. Hyman and Lundell for them. This could be it. Season on the line. Pominarev. And we are going to lose the Stanley Cup in 5 games. Mason Marchman says, not on my watch. But on my watch, it says it's time. So close and yet so far. And we give up the Stanley Cup to the Toronto Maple Leafs. GG's. That sucks. It's a few contracts. We might have to pay Bedard here. Yep. We have got... what's our goalie situation like? Fleury's going to want money, but I have a feeling he's going to retire. He only wants 1.8 to stick around. He's 41. That was his shot. 13.975 over 7. I mean, you got to pay the kid. Let's go 13.7 over 7. He's going to think about it. Brad Marchand, 2 years? Just 1 year. 11.6. Trying to think what I want to do with Brad Marchand. He's led our team in scoring, but he is 38 at a 90 overall. All expiring. Brandt Clarke is going to want to get paid. Not as much as I thought it was going to be, though. I might shop Brad Marchand at the draft here. Bedard accepts. Clarke accepts. We don't have any first. I think our first draft pick is like at 4 or 5. If you retired players, this is going to be very interesting. No players but goalies. Marc-André Fleury is back for another season. This is Gavin McKenna draft. We did not scout Gavin McKenna. We're going to talk to Ottawa. There's no way that McKenna goes first. Logan, who will have to resign. He's going to want money. Giappani and Dag. Is there somebody else other than Dag that we can do here? Mangiapane scored a huge goal to get us in the Stanley Cup Finals, and we're about to trade him. Maybe McLeod? He's 26. He did very well in the A. Probably Fabry on our 4th line. Maybe him? That's a lot. Can we sneak a... You really don't have any picks either, do you? We get a 3rd out of you next year? No. It's rejected. Give you Evan Gardner too. This is going to be tough. Be Lavoie. Gavin McKenna is on the squad. We'll make this pick. Again, Canadians only. Franchise medium, Gavin McKenna. Let's find a trade for Brad Marchand. Obviously, his value is low. He's got a no movement clause. Would he waive it? Nope. Jason Marchand never really fit. Never really stepped up. He had 48 points in 82. I thought we would be able to get more than that for him. Gary Price. Number 1 defenseman. Oh, you know what? We'll take Boston. Edwards. Sure. You're Canadian. Let's go. Top 9. Is what it is. Belanger, top 9. Connor Barker, Klimke. That's Connor Walchuk. I want Klimke, please. Thank you. Or Swatsky. Let's go Swatsky. He's Moose Jaw Shadow Wheels. AHL top 2. GG's. Pedersen. Let's see if there's a goalie we can snag. It's either him or him. Vassell was 904. Anderson. Anderson was worse in a worse league. AHL starter. Sim options. Sim entire draft. We did end up with Gavin McKenna. Traded for the 2nd overall pick, and probably a good sign to say, all done. We'll leave it there. That crashes on me more often than not. I love it.